Well, welcome to the off-season. Delighted to our first video that's not from Radio Row, from New Orleans. My voice is just about finally recovered from that week. And I'm delighted to say that it's a now friend of the show at this point because he is back in the NFL, having re-signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars just yesterday. Louis Rees-Zammit joins us live from Dubai, I understand, Louis. It's all right for some.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad, mate. My last day though, so I'm a bit gutted.
Out there training, I hope, rather than just living up the big Dubai lifestyle.
Of course, you got to train in the mornings and then enjoy the sun in the afternoon.
I can imagine it's probably the only place on earth right now which is about as hot as Jacksonville gets in July and August. So it feels like the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. It's been really sunny this week, but my last day today it's really cloudy, so not a brilliant way to end the holiday. But
I like boo-hoo. Yeah, it's like minus 2 degrees outside here today. So when you get back to Wales, we'll talk about how it was a bit cloudy in Dubai. Look, mate, congratulations on being back with the Jags. Talk to us a little bit about how this came about, how the decision to be back in Jacksonville was, and just how pleased you are to be back with the team.
Yes, it's amazing, and what an opportunity I have. I think the past year has been a good year for experience for me. Just being a part of the environment, part of the culture, and obviously rejoining the Jags, which is amazing. I know my teammates, which is very important. I know my way around the facilities, all of that kind of helps. Obviously, new coaching setup, which is really exciting, and it's one that I'm really looking forward to.
Who is it? Because no GM there at the moment, and obviously you say new coaching staff. We know obviously Tony Baselli's come in and taken over that front office role as well. So who is it you're working with? Who's it at the organisation who's kind of speaking to you and saying, yes, we want you back, and here's kind of what we want to do?
Yeah, so it's the head of football operations. So when the season finished last year, they offered me a futures contract, which was amazing, and thankfully I got to sign it. I got to sign it yesterday. So that kind of front office side of it hasn't really changed much, but obviously the coaching setup has. So I'm just really excited to get back there and start OTA, start training camp, and get stuck into it.
Have you had any opportunity to have any conversations with Liam Cohen or with Grant Udinsky or any of those new guys who have come in yet?
No, I mean, I literally signed it yesterday. So I think I'm going to head back to Jacksonville pretty soon and try and link up with those guys. And, obviously everything's going to be different to last year. The playbook's going to be different. So just try and get a step ahead of everything.
Did you see Trevor Lawrence's interview with Kay Adams yesterday?
I briefly seen it. I haven't seen the full thing.
But it sounded like, because obviously he's somebody who has been in those conversations and has spoken with Liam Cohen, spoken with Grant Udinsky, and I don't know, between our conversations with Tony at Radio Row this year and hearing what Trevor had to say yesterday, like it sounds like what they're trying to build there and the way they're approaching the offense all sounds really positive. So like, I don't know, maybe I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit here, Lewis, but I feel like Jacksonville, I don't know how you felt after last year, but it feels like a place full of untapped potential maybe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the roster's absolutely stacked, and you could see that last year. There's so much potential in all of the players, and, offense and defense. So, having young coaching staff come in and, they play an exciting way. They play an exciting brand of football. And, as you said, there's so much potential in our team that, this can go anywhere. So, we're all looking forward to it. And, I can't wait to be somewhat a part of it.
Have they kind of said to you at the moment what their hopes and dreams for you are? Like, obviously, you sign with the 90 now and go through the off season, but is this lofty ambitions? Are we talking active roster? Have they had any of those conversations with you at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to them at the end of the year. I spoke to them yesterday just about how much I improved last year, and they seen that in me. So, they were willing to offer me a contract. So, for me, I've just got to go in there and try and get a 53-man spot, and that is my ambition. And I'm sure that's the ambition of the Jaguars. Hence why they've offered me a contract. So I'm really looking forward to it. And kind of I've had a full year experience at wide receiver. Obviously, playing running back at the Kansas City Chiefs didn't work out, but I think playing receiver is the position for me. And I can't wait to get full preseason together and see what I can do.
Of the guys who are there, you talked about that idea of knowing your teammates, knowing the facility and all of that. Who are your kind of go-to guys? Who are the people who have mentored you or you've worked with, who you feel close with in the organisation, have helped you?
Well, I mean, all of the whole receiver room. they're all still there, which is amazing. So, I'll be able to go back to those boys, the boys that have given me the most help last year. We've got as I said, a pretty similar room. So that's unbelievable. Unfortunately, our wide receiver coach has left to go to the Giants, but whoever comes in, I'm sure is gonna try and get the maximum out of all of us. And I'm gonna try and work my hardest to be the best I can.
By the way, on that point, just off topic from you, how good is Brian Thomas Jr.? Because we spoke with him briefly at the Super Bowl, but that guy is like just another level, it feels like.
Yeah, he's crazy. I mean, to do it in his rookie year, what he's done is unbelievable. Everyone knows he's a superstar now, and I'm sure he's going to continue to do that for many years to come. I see it every day in training, just how brilliant he is, and how crisp his route running is, his releases, how good his hands are. And everyone saw it in the season. Getting over 1,000 yards in a rookie year is pretty tough. So for him to do that is unbelievable. And he's one of the most humble guys I've ever met. So, he doesn't talk too much, but he just lets his talking go on the pitch. So he's an unbelievable guy, and what a player as well.
Love that. How's your route tree going? How are your hands feeling? You feeling like you're really adapted to the position now?
Yeah, for sure. As I said earlier, like this year was unbelievable for me just to get experience in that position. Being able to train day in, day out at receiver, being able to work with the boys that I've got in the receiver room. We got such experienced players that it just allows me to grow as a receiver and get to learn, because obviously my first year ever playing the sport, it's pretty tough. So just being able to learn from those guys has been amazing.
Yeah, look, you mentioned it. They offered you the futures contract at the end of the season. You sign it yesterday. We're on 18th of February now. So there was that kind of 6-7 weeks that between the two. A lot of speculation about what your future was going to be at that point. Would you be back in the NFL? Would it be back with the Jaguars? Was there ever a consideration of returning to the UK, of going back to rugby? Because I know that was a lot of speculation about that.
Yeah, no. I didn't give that up just to leave after a year. So that was never really in my head at all. It was more just, I never really had a break since the Rugby World Cup 2 years ago. So it was kind of just refresh the mind, refresh the body, go away for 4 weeks and then make a decision. And thankfully, I made the decision yesterday, and I'm forever grateful for the Jaguars for offering me it.
Do you still get to follow what's going on with the rugby world? Like, obviously, it's been a tough time for Wales. I think 500 days. I saw the other day without an international win, Warren Gatland going. Do you still keep touch with the guys? Do you still get to follow it from out in the States?
Yeah, for sure. I watch every game. Some of my best friends are on the team. So, I'm always supporting. I'm always watching. Obviously, it's a tough period for Wales and Welsh rugby right now. But, they just got to keep grinding, keep working hard and see what happens. They got a big game this week, and I'm gonna go to the game, so that'll be good. That'll be good fun. That'll be my first game back since I left. But yeah, it's obviously not a great position that Welsh rugby's in right now, but it's one they've got to try and graft their way out and kind of grind a result just to get everyone back on kind of that feeling of a win.
And I've got to ask you before we let you go, Lewis, because we did see you out in New Orleans. How much did you enjoy the whole Super Bowl experience?
Oh, it was unbelievable. My first Super Bowl. So, the hospitality was amazing. Obviously, the game was amazing. Just the whole experience was unbelievable. And, I never thought I'd be able to go to a Super Bowl. So, going to watch that, and credit to the NFL UK for allowing me to do that.
Because we saw you a couple of times over the week, but like, how wild is it for you that I know you're in the locker room with these guys, you're working with them day in, day out, but to just be like going to this event, which is all building up to one game. Like, we forget this is not a World Cup. This is not 32 teams in one country. This is one game of football. And yet every single superstar from the league is in town. Everyone's going to these parties, doing their media appearances. Like, have you ever experienced or seen anything like the scale of what you get from that before?
No, absolutely not. It's absolutely massive. It's not just a game. It's a full event. It's a 4-5 day event that, everyone comes from around the world to watch. And, is unbelievable. I mean, it was my first experience of it, and I absolutely loved it. Me and my brother absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to go back to more.
And getting to be in stadium, I'm sure, was special, even if your buddies on the Chiefs didn't get to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously tough for the Chiefs, and I got loads of friends there, which obviously it was disappointing for them not to win, but you know, for them to go to another Super Bowl is an unbelievable achievement, and I'm sure they're going to bounce back from it. You know, I had many friends from the Chiefs, and you know, they ended up turning up at the end of the season. So yeah, I wish them all the best, I guess.
A lot of inspiration for you, I guess, as well, getting to be at an event like that, knowing that, you know, Jags have never been to one yet. A couple of AFC Championship games, but you know, that's the dream, right?
Yeah, that's 100% the dream for every single player in the NFL is to make the Super Bowl and win it. So, you know, I don't want to think too far ahead. You know, I gotta make this team first. So that's going to be the first thing on my mind.
Lewis, always a pleasure, mate. Really appreciate you taking the time out to chat with us. Enjoy the off season, getting out to Jacksonville. Enjoy that sweaty weather over the summer, and I'm sure we'll be catching up as we get into OTAs and build up to the season.
Yeah, thank you.